I guess the student life is pretty rich there and they're learning a lot. The growth is immense. Let's move on and talk a bit about the skills and the career development part. So in your view, what are the top 3 skills every international MBA student should develop to succeed in today's business world?
So it's interesting. 2 weeks ago, all of the business deans in the state of Connecticut were invited to a meeting, and Yale University hosted the meeting.
Okay.
And we went over the World Economic Forum's 2025 Skill Assessment Report. We talked about it. And if you look it up, it talks about in the age of AI, what's going to be important for students moving forward. And the very first skill is critical thinking / analysis, right? Because you and I will no longer be generating the report, we will be interpreting the report. So your ability to critically think and analyze is the number 1 skill. Number 2 is collaboration. Being able to work on a team, being able to get along with people and understand the group dynamics is critically important. And then the third thing is being flexible, because we don't know who the next Google is. So we don't know your next big company. We don't know what the future looks like. Well, 30 years ago, the future was very set. You knew if you did this, you had that outcome. Well, we're in this age of change, so you have to be flexible. Flexible to the external environment, flexible to being reskilled and reworked and learning new things.
Right, it's very important.
Critical thinking, collaboration, and flexibility.
Absolutely. And the reskilling part is immensely important. So, what are the top 3 tips you would give to the students planning to study and work in the US through this program?
So, they say whenever you go somewhere new, right, it's listen, learn, and then lead. So students arriving should really just observe, ask questions, be adaptive. And I with my international students, I always say to them, please act American. And what I mean is, don't be afraid to be assertive for your self-advocacy, right? And so listen, see what's going on. And it's critically important that you understand how to adapt the way you communicate to the receiver, right? The receiver has to understand what you mean, your intent.
Right.
Okay? So words have a different meaning. So adapt to the US system, learn the US system, and then when you go interview, you'll have this degree and all these experiences, and you'll learn how to adapt and communicate. So that way you excel in your interviews.
True. Okay. Could you talk about the CPT and the OPT opportunities available for students at the University of Bridgeport and how they help in shaping this global career?
So I'm going to talk about it from 2 perspectives. First, the institution perspective, and then the student perspective. Institutionally, what we do is we prepare the students, right? So we have access to InterStride, access to making sure your resume, your LinkedIn, your cover letter is all set. And we have these relationships, these external relationships. So we bring the people on the campus, and people that don't come on the campus, we give you an electronic portal to go find them. From the student perspective, we spend a lot of time preparing you for that interview. And I'll just talk about my finance program for a minute. Yes, you get a master's in finance, but also you get 3 Bloomberg certificates. We're a CFA affiliated university, so I have CFA scholarships.
Right.
But the other thing we do is we partner with a local credit union. It's like a bank. And my finance students become financial literacy trainers, and they train local people, local students on financial literacy. So they have the degree, they're developing the skills, and then they're going out in the community and they're learning about American high schools, American people, American students, which helps them when it comes time for the interview. The other thing that I ask them to do is join one of the groups, one of the companies. So that way you can say you were the managing director of finance for the consulting company. So again, you're building your skills, your contact, and your resume.
Right.
when you interview, you want the employer to see that you've positioned yourself for OPT in the United States.
Token.
Yep.
Amazing. Okay, so how does this showing program prepare students for roles not just in the US but also globally, that is in UAE, Africa, and places like that?
So first, our campus is global.
Right.
You're going to be in class with Americans, students from Middle East, from China, from Canada, from Mexico. We are that experiment, right? All business is global. So you're going to learn how to adapt to people in the from the Middle East, adapt to people from China, adapt from people in Canada. So we're by nature a global community. Our professors and our classes by design are globals. We have every year, one of our finance teacher does a global commodity challenge.
Okay.
And it's normally about 100 of the top universities in the world and up to 500 students. And every year we're in the top 10. And so this global platform, it's a commodity challenge. And when you look at the teams, who's on the team, it's exactly who we are as a university. It's a global team. You'll see young people from Nepal, from India, from China, from Brazil. That's who we are. So the way we prepare is we model it in our classrooms.
Right.
Our professors, Professor Ali Baker was here over the holidays. You know, he's one of the amazing professors we have that is from Iraq. And so that's who we are. That's our fabric. We're just a global community.
Great. So, final question for the interview. How do you see such international collaborations shaping the future of management education globally?
It's cross-pollination, right? We all learn. So it's not a one-way street. When students from India come in, it's not just us educating them.
Right.
They're educating us as well. It's this back and forth collaboration. And the American students benefit because they get to see the lens of what the world is. The students from all around the world get to benefit because they learn from each other and they learn how common we all are and the similarities between all of our cultures, all of our religions. We want basically the same thing in life for ourselves and our families. And we just happen to be a university that does that, where we can learn off each other. So this collaboration allows us all to learn, which makes us better.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, sir, for today. We are done with the interview. And any final words that you would like to mention?
And no, I just appreciate you and I thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, sir. I also thank you for your time.